Students of Jagannath University withdraw their sit-in program with the assurance of their 3 demands to be met. Classes and exams to resume tomorrow. NCP's youth wing launched as Jatiyo Jubo Shokti with Advocate Muhammad Tariq al-Islam as convener and Dr. Zahidul Islam as member secretary of 131-member committee. Advanced ticket sale of long-distance buses for upcoming Eid al-Adha begins. Bangladesh Railway to start selling train tickets from May 21st. Price of eggs slightly increased while broiler chicken and vegetable price decreased in kitchen market. On Nakba Day, Israeli airstrike kills 143 more Palestinians. Death toll in Gaza crosses 53,000. And Bangladesh reached final of SAF Under-19 Football Championship, beating Nepal by 2-1 goals in the semi-final in Arunachal of India. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Tulikum Ulikadas, welcoming you all to News at 10. You have just had the highlights, now let's move on to the details. Jagannath University students have withdrawn their movement following assurance from the authorities to meet their 3 demands. Earlier this evening, UGC chairman Dr. S.M.A. Faiz broke the mass hunger strikes of students by giving them water. The students said they began their movement demanding to protect the interest of the students and the desired reform of the university. The National Citizen Party NCP has formally launched its youth wing Jatiyo Jubo Shokti with an objective to indulge in something exceptional instead of conventional politics. The launching program was held at Shahid Abrar Fahad Avenue in the capital today. Speaking on the occasion, NCP member secretary Akhtar Hussain said the rulers of dictatorship, fascism and autocracy that had taken hold over Bangladesh have been resisted. Now is the time to politically eliminate the Awami League, he said, adding that people of Bangladesh no more wants to rehabilitate Awami League. The Jatiyo Jubo Shokti leaders have expressed conviction to take the youth power to the world arena, living conventional thinking. The youth leaders have pledged to work with integrity and solidarity. A 131-member committee of Jatiyo Jubo Shokti was formed with Advocate Muhammad Tariq al-Islam as convener and Dr. Zahidul Islam as member secretary. Advance ticket sales for Eid al-Adha bus trips have begun today. Ticket sales for long-distance routes have begun at various bus terminals in the capital, including Gaptoli, Kollanpur and Mohakali. Tickets are available both at counters and online. Some transport companies are offering tickets exclusively online. However, there have been no reports of excessive crowds or indiscipline anywhere. In most places, ticket sales are proceeding normally. According to the decision of the Bus Truck Owners Association, tickets for the 29th of May started selling on 16th of May. Transport owners have said that bus fares must not exceed the approved rate list. A calm environment still prevails at the bus terminals. However, authorities expect that as the Eid holidays approach, passenger pressure will increase significantly. While egg prices have increased slightly in the kitchen market, the price of broiler chicken has decreased. Within a week, the price of eggs has increased by up to 10 taka per dozen. The instability in egg prices has disrupted the short-lived relief consumers had experienced in recent weeks. On the other hand, broiler chicken prices have dropped. Broiler chicken prices have decreased by 10 to 20 taka per kilogram within a week. Currently, broiler chicken is available in the market for 160 to 180 taka per kilogram. Meanwhile, the price of beef remains unchanged. While old and fine rice varieties are still being sold at higher prices, the price of newly harvested rice has dropped slightly. According to both consumers and traders, despite the arrival of new rice in the market, prices have not yet declined to a reasonable level. However, the high prices of most vegetables have yet to decrease. On the other hand, some vegetables are now being sold at relatively lower prices than before. The number of dengue cases has increased slightly in the country. Every day, hospitals are admitting more new patients suffering from dengue fever. Even before the monsoon season begins, dengue transmitted by Aedes mosquitoes has started to show its menace. On Friday morning, dengue patients were observed at Dhaka Medical College Hospital and several other public and private hospitals across the capital. According to the Directorate General of Health Services, although there were no dengue deaths in the past 24 hours, 184 people were hospitalized with dengue fever in the first week of May. In April, over 700 dengue cases were reported in the country. Meanwhile, Directorate General of Health Services data shows that hospitals in the capital are currently treating 1 or 2 new dengue patients daily. However, the highest 107 patients are being treated in the Borishal division, followed by Dhaka, Sylhet, Rangpur and other divisions. Doctors are advising people to get tested immediately if they catch a fever. The national news. At least 143 Palestinians have been killed in a wave of Israeli attacks across the Gaza Strip since dawn on Thursday. Witnesses to an Israeli attack on a medical clinic in the Jabalia refugee camp on Thursday said patients were torn apart on the upper floor of the al-Aqsa clinic and children were among the 13 killed. These attacks fell on the 77th anniversary of Nakba Day, which marks the ethnic cleansing of Palestine in 1948 during the establishment of the Israeli state. Israel's war on Gaza has killed at least 53,119 Palestinians and wounded 119,919, according to Gaza's health ministry. The government media office updated the death toll to more than 61,700, saying thousands of people missing under the rubble are presumed dead. U.S. President Trump wrapped up his Middle East tour after visiting Saudi Arabia, Qatar and the United Arab Emirates. Trump has said the U.S. has great friendships with the wealthy Gulf nations. The tour brought lucrative deals for the U.S. and 3 countries, including an investment worth $1.4 trillion from the UAE into the U.S.'s AI sector over the next decade, and an agreement for Qatar to buy $42 billion worth of U.S. military hardware. The UAE and the US also plan to spend $440 billion in the energy sector through to 2035. Etihad Airways said it is buying 28 Boeing aircraft. Earlier, Trump got a $600 billion deal from Saudi Arabia to invest in the US, according to the White House. Military and medical research are among the areas covered. Ukrainian and Russian officials have met face-to-face in Istanbul for the first time since 2022. After the meeting, the head of the Russian delegation, Vladimir Medinsky, said Russian delegation is satisfied with the talks and is ready to continue contacts. Ukrainian Defense Minister Rustem Umerov said Ukraine and Russia have agreed to swap 1,000 prisoners of war each. Umerov also said a potential meeting between Vladimir Zelensky and Vladimir Putin was discussed and that an announcement about a possible new round of talks will be announced soon. All modalities of a ceasefire were also discussed, Umerov added. Now back to the national news. Primary and Mass Education Advisor Professor Dr. Bidhan Ranjan Roy Poddar has emphasized the importance of constructive practice of science for the mental development of children alongside creative activities. The advisor was speaking as chief guest at a biology festival organized by Bangladesh Biology Olympiad at Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology, BUET, in the capital today. Describing biology as a part of life, he said that biology-related knowledge has immense importance in all the aspects of life, including medical treatment, environment, and agricultural science. President of Dhaka South Region of the organization Tamina Islam presided over the program. Among others, Science Academy General Secretary Hasina Khan spoke on the occasion. Now moving on to weather news. Met Office in its weather forecast till 6 p.m. tomorrow said light to moderate rain or thunder showers with lightning flashes and temporary gusty wind is likely to occur at a few places over Rangpur, Mymensingh and Silla divisions, and at one or two places over Rajshahi, Dhaka, Khulna, Borishal and Chattogram divisions. Besides, moderately heavy to heavy falls likely to occur at places over Rangpur, Mymensingh and Silla divisions. Night and day temperature may remain nearly unchanged over the country. Country's highest temperature was recorded today in Khulna, 37.5 degrees Celsius, and capital Dhaka's highest temperature was 36.3 degrees Celsius. Now news on sports. Bangladesh reached final of SAF Under-19 Football Championship, beating Nepal by 2-1 in the first semi-final at Arunachal of India today. After a barren first half, Bangladesh pressed hard in the second half and the deadlock was broken in the 73rd minute. Skipper Nazmul Huda Faisal carved a corner from the left-hand flag and Ashikur Rahman headed the ball home from a close range. Bangladesh struck again in the 81st minute with inspirational captain Faisal scoring the second after a hard work from the forward Mohammad Manik. In the 86th minute, Shujan Dangol of Nepal scored the only goal. Bangladesh cool-headedly managed the last few minutes to survive and cruised into the final. Barcelona clinched their 28th La Liga title with a trademark teamwork-based 2-0 win over city rivals Espanyol. A stunning Lamine Yamal strike and Fermin Lopez's late goal put Hansi Flick's side to 85 points, 7 points clear of second place Real Madrid. With 2 matches remaining, the victory ensured Real. Yamal opened the scoring after 53 minutes of attempt, their first title after 22-23 season. Rajshahi today. As a result, the junior cricketers of Bangladesh won the series by 2-1. After losing the toss and batting first, Bangladesh were all out for 225 runs in 45 overs and 5 balls. Mahfuzur Rahman Rabbi scored 58, Rakibul Hassan scored 42 and captain Akbar Ali scored 38 runs for the team. In reply, South Africa were all out for 191 runs in 38 overs and 2 balls. Rakibul Hassan took 4 wickets for 26 runs. Rakibul Hassan was adjudged man of the match. And we are at the end of the bulletin. Before ending, the headlines once again. Students of Jagannath University withdraw their sit-in program with the assurance of their 3 demands to be met. Classes and exams to resume tomorrow. NCP's youth wing launched as Jatiyo Jubo Shokti with Advocate Muhammad Tariqul Islam as convener and Dr. Zahidul Islam as member secretary of 131-member committee. Advanced ticket sale of long-distance buses for upcoming Eid al-Adha begins. Bangladesh Railway to start selling train tickets from May 21st. Price of eggs slightly increased while broiler chicken and vegetable price decreased in kitchen market. On Nakba Day, Israeli airstrikes kills 143 more Palestinians. Death toll in Gaza crosses 53,000. And Bangladesh reached final of SAF Under-19 Football Championship, beating Nepal by 2-1 goals in the semi-final in Arunachal of India. And that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us. We invite you to watch our next Bangla News Bulletin. Until then, Allah Hafiz.